Dear students, now we are moving towards the next unit, that is a unit 5. In unit 4, I have already covered the parasites which belongs to phylum Protozoa. Now I am going to cover the parasitic Helminthus, and the name of parasite here is the Ancylostoma duodenale. Its life cycle is very simple and mode of transmission is from the soil to the human being. Ancylostoma duodenale is also named as the old word hookworm. It belongs to phylum Nematoda. The adult worm lives in the small intestine of man, particularly in the jejunum. Lifespan of adult worms is about 3 to 4 years. Nutrition is holozoic and it takes the blood tissue and lymph. An anticoagulant from the pharyngeal glands prevents the clotting of blood during the feeding. It undergoes excessive multiplication and life history is simple as it includes the free-living larval form. Morphology: it is small, greyish-white cylindrical worm. The anterior end of worm is bent slightly dorsally, hence the name hookworm, but it is without hooks. It is covered by the cuticle. Hind end of the male is expanded to form the copulatory bursa with 6 pairs of lateral and 1 pair of dorsal rays. Copulatory bursa consisting of 3 lobes, 1 dorsal and 2 lateral. Each lobe is supported by chitinous rays. The total number of rays are 13. You can see these cylindrical forms in the given diagram, and you can see the presence of copulatory bursa in case of male, and it is smaller than the female. Mouth at the base of buccal cavity without lips. A pair of cervical papillae, sensory in nature, on the lateral side near the mouth present. The buccal cavity is with 2 pairs of teeth and 2 knob-like plates. It has both digestive and excretory system. Excretory pore is present on the ventral surface. Anus on the ventral side in male is known as the cloacal aperture, which is with the copulatory spicules. On dorsal side of cloaca, chitinous thickening gubernaculum is present. In case of female, separate genital aperture vulva is present on the ventral side, and posterior anal part in case of female is known as the tail. So male is smaller than the female. Generally, size of male is 8 mm in length and size of female is the 12.5 mm in length. Shape of tail is expanded in case of male and shape of tail is tapering in case of female. Genital opening in case of male is posteriorly opens with the cloaca and genital opening in case of female is in the middle third of the body. Life cycle. There is no intermediate host. Man is the only definitive host for Ancylostoma duodenale. There are 3 types of larva: rhabditiform larva, which is free-living, strongyliform larva, and filariform larva. You can see the life cycle that it is transmitted through the soil to the human being and from the human being to the soil. Male and female in human intestine. Copulation in human intestine. About 10,000 to 20,000 fertilized eggs are passed into the feces. Unsegmented eggs, which are embryo, at 4 blastomere stage, which are released into the soil. Further development takes place in the soil and it hatches within 24 to 48 hours. Then rhabditiform larvae are released with oesophageal bulb. It grows in soil, feeds on bacteria and organic matter. Then first molt takes place and it changes into the strongyliform larva, which is just similar to the rhabditiform larva, slightly longer than the previous one. After 7 days, it stops feeding and undergoes the second molt and changes into the filariform larva, which is the infective stage. Stages in the human. As it enters through the skin into the blood, and from the blood into the lymphatics, and from the lymphatics into the heart, then into the lungs and alveoli, and then from the alveoli into the bronchioles, then to the bronchi, trachea, and into the throat. Then it is ejected with the sputum and swallowed and enters into the esophagus and into the stomach and intestine, where the next molting takes place, and in the intestinal lumen fourth molt takes place. So you can see the different stages, that the infective stage, which is a filariform larva present in the soil, then it enters through the skin to the human being and into the blood vessels, lymphatics, hearts, lungs, alveoli, bronchioles, bronchi, trachea, and then enters into the esophagus, stomach, and intestine. And in the intestinal lumen, it mature and then mate, and again the fertilized eggs are formed, which are released towards the outside. So this is the life cycle of this worm, hookworm, and the mode of transmission is from the soil to the man. So infective agent is filariform larva, migration through lungs, portal of entry, skin, site of localization, small intestine. When man walks barefoot on the fecally contaminated soil, the filariform larvae penetrate directly through the skin of the feet and legs, and infection may also occur by the drinking of water contaminated with filariform larva. Pathogenicity: the worm causes hookworm disease or ancylostomiosis in men, lesions in the skin and lesions in the lungs, affecting the respiratory system, so causing the bronchitis, bronchopneumonia, and larva may also break through the pulmonary capillaries and enter the alveolar space. Diagnosis: examination of stool in the feces, detection of larva in the sputum, oculate blood test positive, and blood examination showing the eosinophila. Treatment: albendazole 400 gram once, and folic acid and vitamin B12. Prevention of soil pollution by proper control of sewage disposal and personal protection, wearing of boots and gloves are very important for preventing the disease or spread of this disease to the human beings. Thanks.